So there we go. Welcome everyone. Welcome back in the house with Con7inuum. Here he is.
Hello.
And one thing
Hello.
I just find so fascinating is, I mean, you are in Australia, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's a long way away from Europe. So and we are actually managing to fly together in shared flight. It's incredible. That's
Very
something.
cool.
Yeah, that is so cool. And again, the Challenger 650, the connection is so easy. No issues. Just exchange the IP address, password, and that's it. Connected. Bam. Nice. Dustin, thanks so
Very
much.
cool.
Yeah, Dankeschön. Ich danke, Dustin. Right, so without further ado, so I've asked Con7inuum if he wanted to fly as pilot flying or pilot monitoring, and Con7inuum said we should be this way at least, or today I'll be pilot flying, and Con7inuum will be pilot monitoring. And next time maybe we'll do the other way around.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. But again, you can see that from my amount of shared flights that I'm doing on stream, it's slowly picking up because I know it's no joke. I really enjoy these shared flights.
It's a real treat. So thank you so much for having me along, and I look forward to the flight.
Yeah. So again, anybody that flies with me, I'm truly honored as well. So I know that sometimes people are a bit worried about messing things up or something, which is perfectly all right. This is not about doing a perfect flight A to B. I mean, this is about learning how to do shared flight, and then one knows more about the aircraft than the other, and can teach the other one very quickly. So that's really the idea behind shared flight. Frederick asked, so shared flight cockpits you are not using, how much you know? No. So really, I can't show you the IP address obviously, but in your settings, you have maybe 2 or 3 things you need to put into the settings pages, and that's it. And then you have someone connect with you. That's it. It can't get any simpler than this, really. So if you don't know Con7inuum yet, please do me the favor. He's also streaming regularly on Twitch, and Mark has already put out a shout out to Con7inuum. Please check out his channel. You can learn a lot of stuff because this gentleman has a real-world commercial pilot license as well. So please check out his content. Right. Shall we go ahead and do the planning here?
Welcome to Hotstart.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can we help you today?
We will be called 711 Bravo Bravo. Now, we are on VATSIM, however, we're not sure if we will get control or not. But we shall see. If anybody wants to fly along, let's see if the route command works. Yeah, there we go. That's the routing we're flying. Hey, Street, how you doing? Nice to see you. So I'm going to order Jet A. We don't need GPU because we'll start the APU straight away.
Of course, Captain.
And there we go.
I'll get that organized for you right away.
So let's head out to the aircraft.
Yes, sir.
And then... So, oh, interesting position of the nose wheel there. Who put that there?
Yes.
We'll have a word with the colleagues leaving the aircraft like this.
I think that was my leg. I taxied it in and must have left it like that. So my apologies.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's noted down. But so the idea regarding shared flight, you have to kind of lay down the ground rules. Who's doing what. So I don't fly the Challenger in real life, so of course I can't truly say who's doing what normally. But to keep things simplistic, what I would say is that the pilot monitoring will do the outside check, remove the cover, etc. And then inside the cockpit, well, we'll go inside the cockpit first, continue, and then we'll start up the aircraft with electrics. And you can use your interactive checklist to go through the items. And
Perfect.
then at some stage, then you'll do the asset check, and then I'll do the programming of the FMS, preparation of the charts, etc., and then once both of us have finished the pre-flight stuff, then we'll go and have a briefing.
Sounds good to me.
So I need to see. Okay, there we go. So I need to. Don't worry, I need to readjust my viewpoints here. Because last time I was here, I was the pilot monitoring. So that was pilot view. All right, pedestal is fine. MCU, that should be this way. Stick figure, yeah. So the idea behind the kind of Minecraft, avatars here is it's supposed to save FPS. That's the idea behind it. But believe me, after a while, you get used to that, and it's just to have a feeling that someone that you actually connected with over the internet is actually well, physically in the sense of you can see him or her in the flight deck with you. To give you that kind of immersion that you're not alone in the flight deck. So that's the reason for it, and it's working nicely for that. So one more adjustment here. Overhead is fine. Left side. Oh, there we go. Change that as well. Let's go up a bit. And one last setup here. Good, that should be it then. Right, nice. Okay, so if you like, you can go ahead, battery switch on, etc., and then start the APU.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, since you have a lot more to do than I have, I'll do the chat check real quickly, and then
Okay.
you can just concentrate on your checklist.
Roger.
And let me just already switch on the fueling panel. And just make sure that we have kilograms displayed. Yeah, we do.
Indeed.
Yeah. And if he asks later on, would require about 2.8. 2,800
2.8.
kilograms. Yeah. So maybe we already have that in. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Pilsner. Okay, so Pilsner is correcting me. He says the performance wasn't the issue. The issue is if you had a more realistic-looking avatar and animate them, it makes them look super creepy. Okay. There we go. So learn something new. So the covers are removed on this side. I'll check that in a minute once the hydraulics get powered up. That's all removed, and the pins here are gone as well. Oh, block figs. Okay.
Hydraulic run.
Yeah, roger. Yeah, clear. Oh, I see, because Minecraft is trademarked. Okay, so gotta be careful with that. Dustin habe ich das nur hier gesehen in der Challenger. So I only saw the Minecraft or the block figs in the Challenger. So confirm the hydraulic is on.
Hydraulics are powered.
Yeah, so let me just check. So I don't know why... Actually, I tell you what, so nose gear is clear. Can you switch on the nose gear steering? I'm clear of it.
Okay. Nose gear steering is now armed.
Okay, so it's not moving. All right, I can switch off the nose wheel steering again, please.
Nose gear off.
Thank you. Right, I thought I could kind of trick it into moving, but no. Let's see. All right. So all the pins are removed.
I don't have the checklist coming up. I might.
Oh, is that still bugged? I wonder.
Yeah, it's prompting me to load a text file.
Oh no! I thought
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is
I thought that was already fixed because I had the issue last time.
Would you like to go tanks full today?
And you have the latest version, right?
I do.
Yeah. So. Oops. Okay, so we need 1,000 kilograms. So once he asks us how much fuel we want,
Okay.
I'll put it in.
Let me grab that for you.
Hey Anthony, how are you doing? Oh, the fueling prompt on your side? Oh no, it's not just coming.
Yeah,
in.
I've got it.
Oh, okay. So how many?
I've got it. So we needed 1,000 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that comes to 1,231 liters.
Yeah, that sounds
at
good.
0.82 kilograms, 0.812 kilograms a liter.
All
Yep.
right, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Sounds good.
Okay, he's pumping now.
Okay. So regarding checklist, the last time I had to use a paper checklist from the Challenger. It's in the folder.
Yeah, I've got that here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's kind of weird. Pilsen, can you get that feedback to Toto? I mean, it seems like then something else is bugged with the checklist.
It was strange because I loaded up in the plane just before the stream to test it, and it seemed to work in the single player or the just by myself. So I'm not sure if it's a shared flight thing or not.
Yeah. So I did update this afternoon to the latest version, and I didn't check the checklist itself, so I'm not sure whether my system's at fault here, but then maybe I need to do something else on my side. Okay, so let's go index status. That's another thing. Status on my side isn't showing. Is there still failure active from last time? Yeah, the builds of the ECAM checklist or the electronic checklist is missing again. It's asking for a text file. Check circuit breakers, all right. Let me just check the failures first of all. Challenger study, edit failures. Clear all armed, clear all active. And then yeah, we'll check the circuit breakers, make sure that nothing is out. Oops. And I remember we had the same.
On my side.
Yeah, we had the same issue last time. Can I read out the version here?
Certainly.
I mean, what I have installed. I have beta 15 installed, so this should be the latest one.
I also have beta 15, version 1.8 beta 15.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I have as well.
Perhaps it's a the airframe was saved with an old beta. and
Oh.
maybe that's causing the issue.
Yeah,
So,
so-
it might.
Amazing. So
Refueling is
someone has
complete, Captain.
has seen
Do you
a.
need
Oh, I
anything
see a
else?
PUP circuit breakers. Lol. Someone is right. FMS 1.
There you go.
So let's see. Pump 2. Oh, perfect.
Okay, just one quick signature
Perfectly
on here,
calculated.
and
So we
I'll
got
be on my way.
2.8 inserted.
Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice
Perfect.
day.
Right. Thanks, guys. Amazing. I love
I
this
love
detail.
this plane.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, circuit breaker popped. Bam. You know. So good thing to check circuit breakers in the simulator. So let's go again with index data link. Actually, no, let's go with index secondary flight plan menu. Let's go flight plan recall. And we go Yankee Bravo Bravo November Brisbane to Yankee Bravo Hotel Mike.
Hotel Mike.
Lovely little island runway there. Love it. Find the CB. Yeah, it's honestly, it's not. I mean, in real life, it's difficult as well to check the circuit breaker panel. So Pilsner asked you, Conti, if you could put a screenshot to him
Certainly.
regarding the text file. It's taken a while. Requests pending still.
I always have a slow data link here in Brisbane in this plane.
I
It
wouldn't.
must be located in a bad position or
I
something.
wouldn't be surprised if Toto simulated that. Do we have hectopascal or inches mercury in Australia?
Hectopascals.
Okay, fantastic. Change that. Wonderful.
Are you happy for me to continue through the flight compartment tests and
Yes, yes, please. Yeah.
flows?
Yep, please. Yeah. Ready for any cautions warnings coming up.
Okay.
Jet pipe overheat. Bleed air.
Now, I was just about to give up on the upload, and now it came through.
Just came through. Must be having a slow morning. It's only 20 past 6 in the morning here, so
I'm
must be having
sure.
a slow day.
I'm sure Toto simulates that to the point. So let's request terminal weather here. So we go. And the alternate was Yankee Bravo Romeo Kilo.
Viewer bay overheat.
Wide slope.
very, very
Oh,
cool
up.
being able to
Wind shear.
have you be
Wind
doing all
shear.
of your stuff and at the same time being able to get
Terrain.
the airplane all,
Up.
Yeah.
you know, sorted and ready to go. It's very, very cool.
Yeah. I mean, when you have the shared flight kind of setup, and you start to get more and more proficient with it, you really start to enjoy the the workload distribution and how everything then goes hand in hand, just like in real life.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah. So that's the weather. So we're parked general aviation. We've got 2 runways here. And since we don't have control, just gonna check the weather. So Brisbane has currently, well, just 1 knot of wind. Tendencies from the southwest. 1021. Oops.
Okay. 19 left is a nice departure, and it's
Okay.
also our closest runway.
Perfect, thank you much. So we'll go departure arrival 19 left, and it's supposed to be the big set departure. We'll take that one there. So that takes us then onto the routing, and then over on from there it'll be the arrival.
TCAS system test OK.
So that's the big set 1 out of departure. So 19 left. Site token. Just check that. So site token 5,000 above is correct. Should be no issue though. Albup 240 maximum. Amble 10,000 above. D-Bay. And then Boo. That restriction doesn't apply for us. It's only 01 left. And then we go to Big Sat and then of course.
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hotstart Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane?
Yeah, Hotstart's asking if we can have the passengers. I think we're ready, aren't we?
I think we're pretty much good.
All right.
Understood. They'll be there in a
So
couple of
my
minutes.
items are completed.
Anything else?
Until both of us are
Always a
required
pleasure.
for the checklist.
Take care.
Okay. So I'm just checking the weather now for the destination. Oh, there's no METAR found for Yankee Bravo Mike Hotel. Let me see what Active Sky puts out.
I can fetch the weather here.
So Active Sky has 27 degrees, wind 110 at 26. Wow, that's a lot of easterly wind then. Hamilton Island to Taft, there we go. Yeah, wow, gas 35, are you kidding me? Is it normal that windy?
Yeah, it's usually pretty windy, but it's a lot of the time straight down the runway. Although I don't think today is one of those times.
Yeah, it's 30 degree off. It's not too bad though. I mean, that's about half of the wind component, so about 80 knots crosswind.
Some beautiful RNP approaches into runway 14, which are available to us as well.
Beautiful. Yeah, we'll definitely do that then. So approach. We got Zulu RMP, Yankee. you have a preference
The
one?
R&D Yankee
Yeah.
is quite nice.
Okay, I'll take the Yankee one. Because we do want to have some nice visuals, don't we? Oh yeah, beautiful. Look at that circling there. Oh, cool. All right. So Yankee it is. 1-4. Via Ovron. So let's check the routing. Ovron. Then Hotel Mike. Execute. There we go.
Hello, Captain. Hope you are doing well today.
Thank you. I am.
Great. There's nobody else coming along today. So as far as we're concerned, we're all good to go.
Right, cool. Yeah, we'll be ready in a few seconds as well. So let me go into performance init. Fuel, we're going to clear. Sensed fuel, level 380. We're going to have 5 passengers, 100 kilograms of cargo. Put that in there. Let me get wind data, shall we? So index, root menu, wind update, send. It may take a few minutes to get the wind. I'm just going to change the VNAV descend speed a bit. And the climb speed as well. I think it's about 280 at 0.78 or something.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Transition 10,000 sounds good as well. I see you've put it in the charts. Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Right, nice. And then takeoff, runway wind. Not going to enter anything there. Just check the temperature at the moment. It says plus 22.
That checks.
So active sky is doing its thing, which is good. Yep. Perfect. So I'm going to enter, let's put 23 in here in case it gets a bit warmer. Okay, it's just correct. Dry. Wind, I'll leave that as is, pretty much calm. I keep forgetting the CG is about, was that 15, 16 or something?
I usually leave it empty there, so I don't recall the exact figure.
No. Is there anything we can check that with? FMC is...
Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'll put 20. 20 sounds good because that's about 6.4 trim. I think that's pretty much normal. So engine bleed will be off because we're going to have APU bleed for the packs. So that's done. We'll have flight directors on. VNAV, nav, armed. We'll press toga. Okay. I am almost ready. Let's just going to tune a radio. Let's see if there's anything that makes sense. Was an art of departure there. You can leave that as is. Cool. Good. So you said you were up for the checklist.
I am.
So that was all the way preparation. And so I'll give you a briefing quickly.
Roger.
So we are parked at the general aviation apron there. Taxi out. It's going to be somewhat more complicated for 1 left. So it should be probably it's Foxtrot 3, so the right of the dual taxiway. Then we'll turn right, Echo, Alpha 1 holding 19 left. I don't see any hotspots there. Departure is the Big Set 1R of departure. Waypoints are confirmed in the FMS. Initial climb, what do you think? 10,000 or?
We can set 6, and then they would probably give you a higher from there.
Okay, so 6 initially. So initial climb 6,000 is set.
Check.
Yeah, restrictions are no problem for us. We have a good climb rate. So the only restriction we have is maintain 240 until Albup. Well, that's fine. And then we have Amble 10,000 above as well as a restriction. In case of an engine failure before V1, yeah, closer thrust levers, reverse, max manual braking. You can maybe check the spoilers are up. The call for help for the fire service, and yeah, we'll address the problem. And if we think that we need to evacuate, we'll go and start the evacuation checklists. Anything above V1, continue straight out runway track. Engine acceleration will be in 1600, and secure the engine. Climb 3000, let's say, that's above the sector. Radar vectors, 1 on left approach or 1 on right. It's both good runways. Do you see any threats?
All looking pretty good.
Just going to try and find my... Although, actually, what's the next checklist that you have to do?
The next checklist item is item 62, ADIS and clearance, and then all the briefing stuff which we've just completed.
Yeah. Okay, so clearance. So we don't have ATC, so I expect as cleared. And then, yeah, Squawk 2000. I'll put that in.
Gotcha.
All right, and then you can continue the check in a second. Let me just close the doors.
Oh, I can do that if you...
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And you do that and say hello to the passengers. Make
Hello
sure the
there.
champagne is on ice. Very important.
I suppose I'm also the flight attendant on this flight as well.
Yes, you are. DSP Sim, yeah, we're flying the beautiful Challenger 650 from Hotstart in a shared flight. So Continuum also stream on Twitch. He's from Australia. I'm from Germany, and it's amazing how we can just simply connect and fly together over such a long distance.
Very cool. Absolute treat.
Amantha asked, passive briefing from Continuum. You probably say, just sit down, shut up. Don't give us any hassle. Questions?
Yeah, sit down, be quiet.
Yeah.
Make sure your seatbelt's on. Drink the champagne and be quiet, please.
Yeah, be happy. Leave us alone, be happy. All right, look, hello. All right, then before start checklist.
Okay, the before start checklist. We've got doors,
Closed.
parking brake and pressure.
So let me just put that to... Oh, it's actually on, and pressure, it says here 3,000 PSI. 2,950.
Fuel quantity and balance.
So let's see, it's amber. It says quite a big difference for some reason. So we need to put left... Hang on, which one to aux?
So I believe we need to.
Is it the one that has more has to go to orcs, or the other way around? Left to orcs. Hey, Toto.
Left
there we
to
go.
orcs.
Yeah. Toto just shouted left. Right, so we've got a bit of
Perfect.
imbalance here, so we need to address that, which we're doing now.
Okay. Fuel boost pumps coming on.
Yep.
Ignitions.
I will have A, please.
A. Beacon is on. Ready to start.
Okay, I will signal for engine 2. Okay, engine 2 is clear. So I will address starter right.
Both the throttles seem to be in idle, not shut off.
Oh, that's true. Hang on, what happened there? That's weird. Some weird stuff happening. All right, let's try again. Oh yeah, bleed air. That's a good point. What's happened to bleed air? Let me see.
Oops.
Hang on. Did it?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
I think I got my
Yeah,
ones around the wrong way there.
yeah. There we go. Now I just heard the. Hang on. I think you were
Okay.
right. It's because it does switch off the packs automatically for that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's the way
There
it
we
should be. Yeah. Simfan, thanks for the 22 months. So clear right. Let's try that again. There we go. Now it's working. Start. So about 20%. Fuel on. Got good light up. Simfan, thanks a lot. I hope you're doing well.
Alright, looks like a good start there.
Yep. I'll ask for. Oh, where was the indication for the ping? I don't see the ping indication.
It's up the top, so where it shows you what seat you're sitting in.
That doesn't give me any. Yeah, because usually it's there, but it's not there for me for some reason. That's weird.
Yeah, I got 330 milliseconds.
Okay, well then you may have some little lags then on your side when we fly.
Ah, that'll be fine.
Hey, Redisat, nice to see you. Yeah, so we're now balancing. We're almost balanced with the fuel, so there comes the fuel.
Check. Light off.
Yeah, that looks like a good engine start. I'll get the left to aux back off again, and then
Yes, sir.
you can continue the checklist.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, Toto, I'm flying.
I
yeah,
believe,
yeah. Yeah.
I believe it's a flow and check.
Yeah, it is. You just read it, and you do the items as you read them. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, generators 1 and 2. Ignition. Packs. 14th stage. Cowl, NDIs.
Yeah, not required today. Yeah. And we don't need to do checks. That's fine.
Okay. Flight controls.
Right, let's get the pager. On my side, flight controls. So let's try it. I'm going to set the trim here, 6.4. 14th stage should be pressed in, not out. It's Toto said.
Perfect. I've just rectified that.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Oh, you mean at left and right in? Yeah. So you mean like on, Toto? Because for the takeoff right now we don't have any pressure from the bleeds, correct? Hang on. Oh, 14th stage. Oh, disregard. Okay, got it.
Yeah, 14th stage. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah, got it. Right, so flight control check is completed. All good.
Check. Okay, ground spoilers.
They are stowed.
Flight spoilers.
So that's me. Right, let's check them then. Hold on. Yeah, checked.
Fuel balance.
Hey, we're balanced now.
Beautiful. Checked. Trims.
6.4 neutral.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
we've got
Twitch
a
channel
steering
subscriber
Yeah,
experience.
just seen that as well.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight
Can you check
entertainment
circuit
will be
breaks,
served. Thank you.
please?
Yeah, checking.
Let's go off as well. Just check that. Hey, Rentaset, vielen Dank. 53 Months. Dankeschön, Rentaset. Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut.
Recycle switch.
Yeah, try that again. Okay.
Okay.
No. Says in up.
Oh.
Yeah, because we saw
Maybe
that on...
that's muted.
Yeah. Yeah, let me try following then. Let me try to taxi forward a bit, trying to rectify that.
Yeah, if we roll forward a bit and then...
I mean, it's working. Oh, it looks alright. Okay, now recycle it. Yeah, just need to straighten out then. Yep, that's it now. You heard it clicking. Okay, cool. Working.
Beautiful. Okay, APR, I'll do the test.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers
Test
please
okay.
make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary
82
drinks,
units.
snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Check.
Thank you.
Wow, plenty
supplemental
of
ground wing
VIPs in
anti-ice.
stream and in chat.
Yeah, not
To
required,
do the
yeah.
test for that.
Yeah, not required. Yeah,
Cowl
that's fine.
anti-ice,
Yeah,
wing
camera.
anti-ice.
Not required.
14th stage isolation valve.
So I'm not
I
sure.
think that's to do with the anti-ice.
Yeah, for the test, I guess.
ATS.
N1 takeoff.
TCAS is TARA. Okay, that's the after start checklist complete. The taxi checklist next.
Yeah, Toto says 4th stage is only needed for wing anti-ice on, otherwise you can't test it. Yeah, we'll disregard the test. Okay, so let's taxi out. Left side clear.
We are clear on the right.
Taxi lights are on. Fantastic. All right, let's go left side.
Oops. It's just a force of habit.
Yeah. Right, we're going to head straight away to the Foxtrot taxiway there, Foxtrot 2.
Yeah, we can make a right turn on Foxtrot 2, left turn on Bravo, right turn Bravo 1 to the Alpha 1 holding point.
Ah, okay, this one there then.
Yes, so first right here.
Yeah. Right, brakes are working. Hey Tavers, how you doing? So this is Orbix Brisbane add-on.
It is. Okay, flaps coming to 20.
Perfect.
Altimeter's 1021.
Checked my side, indicating 30 feet.
Check. Radar weather coming on. And takeoff briefing.
No changes.
No changes. Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
So we're going to take the second to the left. Bravo. Dutch P3 pilot is watching. Greetings to Dutch P3 pilot. Hope you're doing well. And Ingo423, thanks for the 20 months. And the message was plenty of VIPs in stream and in chat. Indeed, indeed, yes. And so the question is, Toto, is anything that can be done? I guess not regarding the ping, but again, you know, we couldn't be further apart, really. Continuing being in Australia.
It's pretty good for me. I'm not seeing too many anomalies. Hopefully it's okay for you as well.
Yeah, well, for me, since I'm the host, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, exactly, Toto, right? It's like literally the limit of the internet.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Okay, we're going to go next right.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Pearl Solution, no. I would never expect that, so Conti moves to Germany. No, don't do it.
That sounds lovely. I would.
I think Australia's much nicer, I think. Mark, thank you so much for gifting us up to Tavers. That's really kind, Mark. Thank you so much. Okay. Just going to get the charter for the departure route. And then I would be ready for the next checklist.
Gotcha.
Black Box moves to New Zealand. Well, yeah, you know, I'd have to ask my wife, but I mean... But I have to admit, my first choice at the moment would be Italy. Man.
Ooh.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Tuscany.
Okay, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, good, okay, continue.
Would you like the before takeoff checklist, sir?
Yes, please.
Before takeoff checklist, passenger signs
are on. What?
Anti-collision lights
is on.
Probes
are on.
Windshield heat
is on or high.
Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Off, not required.
Continuous ignition.
Is on.
TCAS.
TARA.
Checked supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
Is off or checked, yeah.
CAS takeoff config OK.
Yeah, checked, config OK.
And landing pulse recog light coming on. Oops, they're on now.
Yeah. All right.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Cool, are you ready?
Right.
With clear left side, approach
I'm
sector's clear. So we got the LNAV armed, and then I'll command flight level change at some point.
Understood.
And, yeah, so the pre-selected speed is 220 climb out.
Check.
Yeah, Michael, thank you much. That's a good point there. Yeah, Michael Backset, check MCP speed. Excellent. Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Runway 19 left checks.
Takeoff. alive. Checked.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate.
Quick.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
You selected up. LNAV.
Checked. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
And level change.
Level change is selected.
Thank you. It is a rocket, absolutely. Yeah, we should have done a flex takeoff, but just keep things simple. Can you put to 20 knots, please, again on the speed? Thank you.
220.
Roger, thank you much. Perfect. There we go. Look at that. 15 degrees, 17 degrees pitch up. Nuts.
220 selected.
Right, autopilot is on.
Check.
And we're capturing 6,000 already. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, and hey, Rent-A-Set is right on the money there. Right, let's continue climb. So,
Roger.
you said what will be next?
380 probably
Yeah,
for us.
alright. There we go. Let's go 380 then. And the after takeoff checklist anytime, please.
After takeoff checklist, landing gear,
Yeah, up.
flaps,
Retract it.
cross reverses,
Yeah, disarmed.
continuous ignition,
Is off.
pressurization,
Yeah, I think we could go with so 10 stage is closed, so we can actually go and wait for the transit and then later on. I think it's the next checklist, isn't it?
yes.
Just put on the headset. Oh, lovely.
And I believe that's the PAX transition complete. N1 climb,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cabin climb rate is normal, so that's all fine. Oh, we should
okay,
be.
that's checked.
Yeah.
N1 climb,
Yep, please. Yes,
selected climb.
yeah, X-Plane 12 Aviator AFAN. I've deinstalled X-Plane 11. Right, transition, standard set on my side.
Standard is set my side, passing 118 now.
Checked. This thing is just absolutely mind-blowing fast.
APU gen off.
Yeah,
APUs.
sun has just risen. Fantastic.
Okay, that's the after takeoff checklist complete, sir.
After orbit checklist, lol. Thank you much. Well, that went really smoothly. GG.
I completely forgot we were on VATSIM and I forgot to do any radio calls.
Oh, you're right. Me too. It's like we didn't hear anyone, so you know. So just gonna wait until we pass Albert and then we accelerate.
Understood.
Boost separation 5 seconds. Yeah, Travis, I accept that. Everyone is still in bed. Yeah, Toto, let me just get to your post there. So Toto posted, if there's something like 15,000 kilometers of distance between Black Box and Conti, and the speed of light in glass is 240,000 kilometers per second, then the absolute minimum ping round trip between Black Box and Conti is 140 milliseconds. That's the laws of physics. Wow. And the rest is delays due to network caching and processing of the packets. Well, that's still impressive, though. I have to admit. So Conti, I
It's
think
incredible.
Tota's trying to tell us that we can't do much about it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just have to move to Germany. Okay, we're past Albub now.
Okay, have you been to Europe or anywhere here?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. Maybe as a very, very young kid, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I would love to make a trip one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, you've got to go and see Italy as well. It's just,
I'd love to.
It's just a must.
Oops, sorry.
So we're on VNAV climb speed now. Climb power is set. And you can reach the cabin if you like.
Okay. Oops. They are now released.
Thank you much.
It's a shame about all the clouds. That's a beautiful departure out of over the city there.
Thanks for the raid. Who'd raided? Milug or Miluga. Thank you. Welcome. But there we go. Pilot deviation. I just saw it now. Pilot deviation. Thank you much for the raid. Welcome everyone. We're flying the Hotstart Challenger 650. You all know it. Beautiful aircraft. How come your instruments are that clear? Well, I guess it has to do with settings and then aircraft add-ons. I just realized, Conti, that I'm not on real time.
Yeah, it should be about 2 minutes to 7.
Yeah. So I fear what we're seeing is more sunset than a sunrise.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, leave them. Yeah, pilot deviation. Have you tried? I'm sure you have, right? I mean, yeah, it is a must. You need to try it out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you need to try it out as well. Anyone that hasn't done it.
Yeah, we've got a check fuel at alternate message here.
Okay, it's kind of blinking, all right.
Yeah.
So min diversion is supposed to be 1 ton. So hopefully we don't have a fuel leak. Looks balanced, 2.4. Let's look at progress. No, it's 1,400 kilograms, so it should be fine. Unless, of course, yeah, that's it. So performance page 3. Performance in it.
There we go.
Yeah, reserves are only... Well, actually, no, that's about 900 kilograms. That's correct. 910. Oh. Yeah, so the reserves here as well, right? It's alternate plus final reserve. So that should be about 970. Or is that just the final reserve here? Ah, so that's final reserve. Okay. You see, that's the thing. So let's put 420.
There we go.
That's the difference.
Okay, that looks good.
Nice. I for about 3 hours this afternoon, I downloaded Orthos.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I've got an overcast sky, so I can't see anything.
Oh, the approach should be very, very picturesque. It's a beautiful approach, and the one that we've selected with the radius to fixed legs should be very fun.
Yeah, I did check the airport because it did say some scenery stuff was missing, so I had to make sure that all the different add-ons were installed.
Yeah. It's one of the things I Probably the only thing I don't like about X-plane scenery is all the freeway scenery is all the additional libraries you have to download and all the other dependencies that you have to get.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, once you have it installed, it's all fine, right? But for me, since I ported from a lot of things from X-plane 11 to X-plane 12, and not to completely overload my hard drive, yeah, I only had those files installed that are really necessary. And then today I realized, okay, there's a lot of stuff missing.
Yeah, I did I couldn't wait to get rid of 11. I did a ritual cleansing of everything to do with my X-plane when I did 12, so it's a completely fresh install, and I just wanted to start from scratch, hopefully save a little bit of space and maybe not add in so much stuff that I didn't use anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't see that, Toto, but yeah, you're right. So the seatbelts were on auto, and then Toto said, so they blinked as we retracted the flaps while still pulling that nearly 20-degree deck angle. Yeah, okay.
Well, the pulling pretty positive G at that point, so all the champagne stays in the glass.
Yeah. That's always a good thing to do. Would you recommend joining the? Well, actually, you know what, Rentersat. Hang on. So the stable version has shared flight in it as well, hasn't it? So. Oh, Toto. We had one issue again, Toto. In shared flight with the checklist. So the electronic checklist. It told Con7inuum he would need to install some text file. Now we're both running the latest beta version, so I'm not sure why that is happening. Oh really? Your challenge is freezing. Oh.
Oh.
I guess that was just some weather change.
I've noticed some peculiarities with active sky in X-plane. It sometimes gets into this cycle of the altimeter or something not being configured correctly or something like that, and it drops and rises about 700 feet when you're at cruise. So I've noticed some weird instabilities with it. So I don't know if it's just due to the fact it's a beta or.
Yeah, it's definitely it is noticeable, and I dialed down the turbulence options for that. To kind of dampen that. So totally, yeah. So the electronic checklist is not there. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's missing completely again, like the last shared flight we did. Okay, that's not you. That's X-plane 12 doing that. I can repro the same behavior than the stock citation.
Oh, I may have misspoke. I didn't mean to say it was you guys. I meant active sky more than anything.
Yeah, so Toto, that's the thing. So both of us installed the latest beta this afternoon. We're currently on beta 15. And Con7inuum checked the electronic checklist this morning. And in single player, so we're not doing shared flight, it works. But in shared flight, it doesn't show up, and it gives that weird message again regarding some text file needs to be installed. Okay, so Toto says as well, the turbulence may be X-plane 12 itself, not just active sky. Okay. There we go. All right, we should see.
Well, that was very quick climb. We're almost up at 380.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite flights. It's a little bit on the longer side, but it's a beautiful flight up the coast. Should have some nice scenery if we can see it.
For some reason, yeah, we still have kind of overcast skies here. We could try and see what airports we have nearby. get some weather info on that. Oh, actually, our alternate airport. I did get some weather for that. So that was... Well, it says no cloud. So we should be getting better weather soon.
Yeah. Let me have a look.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
It's going to take a few seconds. Hey Brain Compiler, thank you so much for the 13 months. I hope you're doing well. Anthony says same issue without active sky at flight of 400.
Oh.
Okay, so there's turbulence. Yeah, a lot of people are... Yeah, I can see that here as well now. Look at that. So it's pulling up. It's kind of oscillating. Yeah, if it gets worse, then we'll descend down a bit. Cool. So
I'm really embarrassed how out of practice I am and how many silly mistakes I'm making. When I fly this by myself, I feel pretty good about flying it. I feel relatively confident, but as soon as I get in the right seat with another crew member, I just forget everything that I know.
Yeah, I think the issue more is the fact that you have to distribute the workload. So there's some confusion on who's doing what, and or even just having trust in the fact that the other pilot is doing all his stuff.
Mm.
The other day when go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So just quickly, the other day when I flew with let me see. That was Quas. We did the flap failure into Innsbruck, and then we diverted to Salzburg. That was a really good kind of demonstration how we can distribute the workload. Do all the the fact-finding options analysis, and then make a decision, execute that, etc. And that kind of demonstrated very nicely how we can do that in that environment. And if you work well together, it really, makes the whole situation so much more relaxed.
Yeah, it's two heads are better than one, and helps being able to discuss the problem and find a decision between the two of you.
Yeah.
Rather than have to do it all yourself.
Yeah. So one of the biggest issues people run into when they start out with shared flight, doesn't matter which aircraft. Mm-hmm. Is the fact that you fly along and then you'll see your mate doing something wrong or missing something, and then you start fumbling around in his FMS or his autopilot settings without telling him. Right?
I'm not going to touch any of your stuff.
Yeah, but that's something I always see, and I'm like, yeah, I understand. You don't want to disrupt, kind of the flow of the, your mate, and it's just try to correct something quietly, but that's not the way to go in shared flight. So you really have to be strict about that separation of tasks. And one easy thing to remember is, for example, if you're the pilot flying, any manipulation in the FMS or the autopilot panel is done by the pilot flying unless you're doing manual flight. So whenever the autopilot is not on, then everything's being done by the pilot monitoring. However, the pilot flying has to give the pilot monitoring commands on that. So he has to say, like, select flight level change. So what I did on takeoff, right? Select speed to 20. So I give the commands to pilot monitoring, and then he manipulates the autopilot panel or the FMS accordingly. If you see something go, drift off somewhere, out of norm, and you see that, normally you would give your pilot flying a couple of seconds to try to pick it up himself. And if he doesn't, then, if it's not urgent, that is, obviously, then, you know, kind of give him a nudge and say, hey, is that on purpose that you're flying, you know, 200 knots, or, you know, is that on purpose that, you know, you do this and this, or, you know, I see that you're flying this, can I select something else for you? You know, kind of those kind of little nudges. But the important thing is that the instructions must come from the pilot flying. If you say, for example, we're flying towards a mountain or something, or, you know, obstacle, and the pilot flying isn't seeing it and is not responding to my inputs, well, then you have to take over command or control. So just say, I've controlled my aircraft, and then correct it. But that's only for the cases where it's very urgent.
Indeed. Yeah, I really quite enjoy the whole concept of doing shared flight. It's very satisfying to operate these complex planes in a multi-crew environment, and it's just awesome that we have the ability and opportunity to do it.
Yeah, and it's difficult to kind of, you know, tell people, explain to people how much fun it is, because we all know we've you know, with dedicated flight simulators have flown thousands of hours on our own, which is all right, you know, that's normal. But having the option, hey, good night, Redesat, take care. Yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you, stay well. All the greetings to your family. I hope all is well. That's good. So the kind of enjoyment you get at shared flight, where, you know, for example, you have a difficult approach somewhere, and, you know, both of you are doing everything you can to make it as smoothly as possible, and then, you know, you fly the approach as planned, you land, and you've got someone with you that's, you know, witnessing it in real time, and that's just such a cool feeling.
It's interesting when you see everything come together, and everything, you briefed through something, and everything sort of falls into place. But there's also quite a funny aspect when everything goes wrong, and you're trying to work through it together. And I don't know. I think it's two different types of satisfaction.
Yeah.
One when things go right, and then one when things go wrong.
Yeah, it's always, you have to see it under, you know, kind of the enjoyment factor. But I would say also, it always depends on, and you should clear that up prior to doing the shared flight, how serious you want to take it and do it.
Definitely.
So, yeah, so one aspect as well is the fact that I've mentioned it earlier, if someone is very knowledgeable on the aircraft type and the other one isn't, the learning curve is just so steep. So I'm not sure. It's the laser pointer working here. I think it is, right? Can you see that?
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I can actually explain stuff to you. All right, so I'm on the over panel, for example, right now. So I can explain stuff to you and, you know, point with the laser pointer, and you can see where I'm pointing. So you can really learn or teach someone very quickly in this environment.
Very, very cool.
Hey Ali, how you doing?
I always, I get really, in these sort of situations, I get really, really stressed out about, you know, missing things or making sure that I'm doing things right and all that sort of stuff. So it's very, very nice to. Oh, there goes that altimeter again.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
It's nice to be able to do this in such a nice environment, and with someone so knowledgeable like yourself, it's a lot of fun and very, very beneficial for me. So thank you for having me on, and thanks for flying.
Yeah, continue. Always a pleasure. It's for me. You know, I've been waiting a long time for add-ons to be finally so stable and reliable when it comes to these shared flight setups. And here in the Challenger we have it, and the TOLIS with the new shared flight app. is also extremely stable now, which is also a lot of fun. So yeah, looking forward to many more flights. Yeah, just sharing that that passion.
Yeah. Definitely.
Tavros says, looking forward to the Austrian scenery, Hamilton Island for... Oh, is that... do you know a time frame for that?
It's been coming out for a little while, so I'm not entirely sure when they're going to release it.
Okay.
But it looks really, really nice. It's such a unique airport. And as you can see, the weather's always a little bit interesting with the winds, and sometimes the cloud can get quite low there. And it's a very unique airport with a really cool approach.
Yeah, Tava says they must be getting close because their previews look amazing. I'm just getting a weather update from Hamilton and the alternate.
Roger. I think the code was incorrect in the weather there. There should be
hotel mic.
YBHM
Yeah.
hotel mic.
Yeah. Let me just change that. Yankee Bravo Hamilton. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, no entry allowed. Because it's requested. Yeah, that's probably makes sense. Toto made sure of that as well, just like the real aircraft.
This flight so far has really inspired me to get back into this plane and deep dive it and get back in and learn it to a different level than I'm at the moment. I really want to jump back in and do a lot more flights, and it's just so much fun.
And you know, depending on your motivation, you can, you know, with those study pages, you can learn so much about this aircraft. So it never gets boring, really.
There's just so much to it. And if you get to the point where you've mastered all the normal ops, you can do abnormal and emergency and all that other sort of interesting stuff. So
yeah,
it's a lot to learn.
Absolutely. So now I know why we didn't get weather. So let me request it again. Because that wrong ICAO code in it, that's why. Pilsnerich, okay, so you provide ops reference, including shared cockpit supplement for CRM. Yes, absolutely, I would love to see that. Where can I find that, Pilsnerich? 100%, I would love to have that. Ah, it's already in the documentation folder. Nice. Okay, let me just check that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because all I'm trying to do is, you know, get my experience from the A320.
That's a wonderful resource.
Yeah, let me just get that in the beta documents, documentation, shared cockpit quick start. Is that
the operations reference?
In the operations reference.
Oh, that's perfect. It shows all the checklist responsibilities and methods, as well as the call-outs and everything. That's very cool. I didn't even know that was there.
No, me neither. Let me just check. Let me see. So it's operation reference. Is that it?
Correct.
Okay. And then which page is it?
It was page 22, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. 22. Wonderful. Let me see. So, right. Let me have a look.
Or maybe 23.
Yeah, there we go. Share cockpit supplement. So each checklist has either solo flow, read and do, or challenge and response. So exceptions, just logic within the checklist. Okay, so you would need to have a look at these symbols.
I think I was reading and doing some of your items there.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's a really nice kind of overview now. So I'm going to print that out. Yeah, so that's definitely, so there's some solo flows like compartment check stuff. Engine start will be challenge and response. Okay, that's probably taxi is going to be read and. So when you mean read and do, the pilot monitoring reads it and does it. While solo flow means it's done quietly. So solo flow, either pilot can perform the checklist unaccompanied, or it can be performed in the challenge and response. Okay. In the challenge and response, the pilot monitor reads them out loud. The pilot flying so the pilot flying performs the action, verifies the outcome, and then announces the response. Okay.
Interesting.
And the read and do, pilot monitor reads the item aloud, performs the action. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So that makes sense. So read and do. Yeah. So I would be taxiing as pilot flying. I would be taxiing, Hotstart and tax, and you would do read and do. You read out the checklist point, so I hear it, what you're doing, and you'll select the switch or the item, and then confirm that it's done. Cool.
It's a very different methodology, well, from my understanding, from like your Airbus or Boeing style system of having your flows for different stage of flight, and then you just do you would do the read and challenge and response checks for that. It's interesting that they change. There's so many different methods involved in it.
Hey Daniel, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you too. So crew responsibilities, that's also interesting. So overriding principle of mutual crew flying is that pilot flying is responsible for flight controls and pilot monitoring is responsible for aircraft system communications. Yeah, that's correct. When the aircraft is flown by hand, pilot flying shall direct the pilot monitoring. Yeah, that's what I said as well. And when the aircraft is flying with autopilot engaged, the pilot flying makes all required selections on the FCP. Now I would add to that in the MCDU as well, meaning any flight path manipulation in the MCDU or FMS is done by the pilot flying as well. Hey Samboss, how you doing? So changes in the flight mode FMAs shall be announced by pilot flying, heading active, LNAV 1 armed. Similar, any changes to either lateral or vertical pre-selectors shall be confirmed by both pilots. So pilot flying says altitude pre-select flight level 270, pilot monitoring says 270 confirmed. Okay. Changes in auto system modes, mode status displays shall be announced by the pilot flying as well. Speed, okay. Changes in the flight plan shall be confirmed by both pilots prior to the execution or the modification. Okay. Oh. Pilot flying may execute simple direct to actions when the aircraft is being flown on autopilot, but pilot monitoring shall maintain responsibility for the majority of the FMS actions. Okay. So even if the autopilot is engaged, the pilot monitoring here does the inputs. Okay, that's different to our procedures where we would do that only below 10,000 feet. Right, let me
about 20 minutes until top of descent.
Roger. Let me just get the the daytime a little bit different.
Gotcha.
So it's a bit lighter.
7:26 in the morning, local time.
Yeah, I don't want to go too fast because just so that we have enough light for the landing. Cool. So the latest weather, let's check that received. So we've got Hamilton. Hamilton's weather is 110 at 25. Good visibility. Scattered 2,900. 28 degrees and 1014. So pre-select 1014. And 28 degrees. So let's go performance. Approach performance. And that was runway 14. Hang on. Oh no, change that. Hang on, disregard. I know, I have changed the runway there. There we go. Runway 14. Wind 110 at 25. Temperature 28. Daniel, you have one question. Are you doing your simulator checks at the L80C in Frankfurt? Yes, Daniel. QNH is 1014. Cool. Next page. No delta. Engine bleed will be off again with the APU on. So I'll send the landing data. And for the approach, get rid of that. So we're doing the Arnav Yankee 14, and for that minimums are let's do 760 RP 0.3.
Roger.
Since the ceiling is very high, that should not be an issue at all. So I'm going to get this up, and then refs bar row. $760 we said, right?
Check.
760 is selected. Cool. Good. So we're currently cruising along the east coast of Australia. We're passing our alternate airport, Rockhampton, in a few minutes. Continue further along the coastline. So when we descend, we'll be mostly over water. So that's no issue whatsoever. So I can give you a quick brief if you like.
Yes, sir.
So the routing takes us all the way to Ovron, which is right over the airport. And the sector altitudes in the west, 3,900 feet. East is going to be 2,800 feet. Required accuracy is going to be 0.3. And so Ovron, we have to be at least, so that's 4,000 there. And then we descend according to the profile, 3,500. Then we go Hotel Mike. Let me just check the programming here in the FMS while we're at it. Just make sure that everything's correctly programmed. So Ovron, and then we got Hotel Mike 843, 180 knots, maximum 3,500 above, correct. Then we've got 842, no restrictions there, apart from 3,500. And then we've got 841, max 165 knots, 1,500 feet. And that's the final approach fixed there. And then we have the final descent, 2.9 degrees. It's 4.7 miles to the runway. And the runway threshold is going to be a misapproach point. And the misapproach will just go straight ahead, 685. And we climb to 2,800 feet, or as directed by ATC. So that's all correctly programmed. Bar row minimum is 760 feet. And we have how much runway available? Let's just check that. We have available 1,766 meters, and according to the approach performance, the max landing weight is 17.2, so we should not have any issues whatsoever. That's interesting. It says available landing distance 2,162. I guess I don't know where that got the data from.
Interesting.
I drop a M in for. Ah, okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, now we got the actual landing distance, 700 feet roundabout, 700 meters, and available 1,700. Okay, there we go. Okay, that makes sense.
Should be a beautiful approach.
Yeah, hopefully Active Sky will play ball.
I hope so. The weather's cleared up a little bit for me, so you should start to see
yeah, I got some
the coastline.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of a river to the left. There's a little bit of a hole to the front as well. Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry that the weather didn't put on a nice show today.
No worries. I'm sure we'll be down under again. Oh, Daniel, you're gonna be. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No. Oh, good. You go first.
I tried to get some ATC for us, but it is a little bit early, and I think everyone's still asleep.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you went up early as well. Got up early to do the flight with me, so that's much appreciated.
I was looking forward to it. I only had a couple of hours sleep, but well worth it in the end.
Nice.
Very much
Yeah, so next time we'll see. We could fly around Europe if you like.
I would love that.
Oh, sorry. Someone asking if I was using ortho. No, I don't. I think my internet connection when I'm streaming would not be up for it. Because I have to be really careful with that. Because for somehow, if it suddenly has to download a great amount of data, my upload often goes down as well. So got to be careful with that. So Daniel, yeah, maybe I'll see you in Frankfurt then. Okay, nice. Yeah, give me a shout, Daniel, when you start, and then maybe I'll let you know when I'm in Frankfurt for the training. So we spoke a little bit about Con7inuum. Don't have to give it any private detail, obviously, but yeah, you have a commercial pilot license. And what aircraft did you fly then, prior to the pandemic?
I've done a lot of time in just your usual run-of-the-mill Cessna stuff, and a couple of twins, Baron, Duchess, all GA stuff. I enjoyed flying 210s and 206s. They were a lot of fun. Yeah, I really miss it. I haven't flown in about 3 years, so
yeah.
I do miss it, and I am trying my darndest to get back into it.
I can
it's just
imagine.
the cost and the and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Made things a little bit difficult.
So would it require you to get through some check flights first and then be able to apply?
Yeah, I'll just have to go do renew my medical, go and do a flight review, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah. I mean, now, because, I mean, I don't know what the situation's like in Australia, but, I mean, here in Europe, we're already seeing the pilot shortage hit markets quite badly, so, you know, since I would imagine that happening worldwide, I mean, hopefully, yeah, you'll get some good opportunities soon.
Yeah, it's certainly getting that way again. I think it was mostly on a personal level that I haven't gone back to it. I got a little bit, not burnt out, but maybe I lost the drive a little bit, which is, I think, happened to a lot of people during the pandemic and all that. But
yeah,
I'm trying to get back into it now. So
nice.
And doing these sorts of flights and stuff in the sim it really helps towards that, because it provides a little bit of a tease or a little bit of a taste of getting back into it, which is very, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just witnessing the jumps in altitude, what people are reporting, so we're just seeing that as well. I tell you what we'll do, we'll start initial descent now. Let's go like 280 or something.
Yeah, our top of drops in about 8 minutes anyway, so
yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah. There you go. All right, starting descent. So we're at 28,000 with flight level change, alt select.
Checked.
And ATS is saying descent. That's good. Nice.
Okay,
right.
Would you like the descent checklist?
I can just see some of the terrain. Let me just quickly have a look left side. Oh, yeah. Before we go to checklist, a quick question as well for you. Did you find the weather very challenging in Australia?
Weather, not so much. A lot of the time it's very, as predictable as it can be. When I was starting out just doing VFR stuff, it could be a pain because you know, you'd want to go out and do your circuit training, or you'd want to do a nav exercise or something like that, and then the weather would have other plans. But a lot of the time it's fairly, I don't want to say predictable, but it is fairly manageable, I guess.
Okay.
But
reliable in a sense. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have relatively predictable weather patterns on the most part, associated with the different seasons.
Okay.
In the wet season, in summer, you pretty much can expect a thunderstorm every day, or almost to the point where you can set your watch by it.
Yeah. Okay.
3 o'clock rolls around in the afternoon, you know there's going to be a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
So it certainly is a challenge at times, but
here in Europe, I mean, especially in Germany, what I witness often is you may get a general kind of warning that you may get, Prop 30 thunderstorms or something, or CB, and you don't really, you think, well, it's just a slight chance, really, and then hell breaks loose, and, I hate being surprised in that way, because then you didn't, fuel accordingly, and, and everybody's, starting out issues, because everybody then scrambling to get to the alternates and so on. It's just, that's sometimes a bit of a nightmare.
I can imagine when everything goes wrong, everyone's in the same boat, and everyone trying to get to their alternates and get in probably causes issues.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. These altitude change I've not witnessed before. That's the first time I'm seeing these huge jumps up and down. That's really
I think
strange.
It's an X-plane.
Yeah, I totally said as well. Yeah, that is so weird. All right, so hopefully when we get lower down, it should normalise.
Well, the one thing that we don't terribly have to deal with much here is snow. So that's
Okay. That helps.
That's good.
Yeah, that's also sometimes a nightmare. Because there's airports in Europe, like, you know, Northern Europe, with the Scandinavian kind of beautiful airports. They're fine handling it. But Germany, snowfall is just awful. It's just a nightmare.
It's something that I haven't really considered, and I don't think about much because I'm just not exposed to it all that much here. All the de-icing procedures and icing considerations outside of, you know, the normal freezing level IFR type of planning. It's something that I don't really do much of here, so it's definitely a change.
Nice. Yeah, lovely. Okay, Michael, that's copied. At the moment, it's just no more proper altitudes in there. Yeah, someone's just saying, Lee, mach's gut, gute Nacht, bis die Tage. So you select a waypoint, and then you press the altitude next to it, and then it will do it'll start descend as well. Okay, copied. I'll try that maybe next time. Okay, I would be ready for a descent checklist.
Okay, descent checklist. Shoulder harnesses.
Secured.
Passenger signs.
Yeah, put them on, please.
Coming on. Pressurization.
Looking good.
Set. Fuel quantity balance.
So we've got 1710 and good balance.
Check. FMS landing data charts.
FMS is programmed. Landing data we checked. Charts ready. Thank you much. Yeah, all good.
Okay. Approach briefing.
Yeah, completed.
VNAV transition flight level should be 110.
Okay, let me just check that then. Performance, VNAV setup. Yeah, 110 is checked, yeah.
Descent checklist complete.
Perfect, thank you much. So, yeah, Toto, I admit that any day. I am truly Airbus brainwashed in that regard. I told you the story that the first time I was in training for the Airbus 320, and my flight instructor came in and said, "There's one thing you need to realize right from the start, and that is Airbus makes you lazy." Always remember that. Airbus flying makes you lazy, and it's true. It's, you know, got so many automatic features. It's nice, you know, nice to work on it on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, you gotta kick your own ass to, you know, stay on top.
Oh, I think that would be a great office to have.
Yeah, it
is. In terms of making things a little bit easier on you, I suppose.
Yeah.
It frees up your brain capacity for other things, or.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a direct comparison between 737 Classics and the A320, you know, flying short range. And for me, after changing onto the Airbus, I got less stressed out in the evenings. That is something I did notice.
What I've heard a lot with Airbus drivers have been, especially on short sectors, if you're doing multi-domestic hops a day, lots of shorter legs, it is where the aircraft really shines in terms of workload and all that. Just being able to, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's something wrong now. I did do it. Hang on. It is direct to. Hang on. What now? This. Or what? Ah.
Okay, that checks. We got a centered V path.
Yeah. Beauty, you got it. Okay, thank you. Oh, I love it. Just imagine everyone sitting there in front of their screens going, oh, you know, black box. Seriously? Oh, I love it. How long have you been in flight simming, Continuum?
Probably since, I think I really got started on 2002.
Wow, that's a long time.
Flight Sim 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had the same feeling like of the last, let's say, 3 to 4 years, how things have started to accelerate in terms of how things are moving forward? And
it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we live in a very cool age of flight sim, just with everything that's happening, and I think there's quite a big growth in the hobby and all that. I think there's quite a I think it's a good time. There's lots of interesting technologies, lots of interesting stuff happening.
Yeah, I totally agree. One thing that I would hope for developments in the near future is I've been able to do VR flying in DCS, and that has improved so much lately that is something that really motivates me to fly there, and hopefully at some point we get the be it X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim get the VR flying, virtual reality flying up to scratch on the same level performance wise as DCS. That would be great.
That flying VR and DCS has been one of my absolute favorite experiences in flight sim. It's just amazing. The only problem that I had was sometimes the performance was a little bit hit and miss, but with the latest multi-threading updates that they've released, I think the VR performance has definitely improved a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a very exciting time for folks who enjoy that.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see, because I've ordered some stupidly expensive kind of cockpit setup from Monster Tech. And but it's more for ergonomics really for me, because I'm sitting on a desk right now which is completely unergonomical, and so hopefully that will change with that new setup. But I'm seeing right now a lot of people actually going into that area where they have VR, and that's especially true for DCS pilots, and then getting that a kind of a cockpit surrounding. And there's many different suppliers in that regard, not that expensive in a lot of cases. And then you have these peripherals. For example, is it Whirlpool? No, it's what's the other one called? Which has an F-18 setup with the 3 displays, the UFC and so on. And it really connects so easily with USB ports, and that's it. And I can see that a lot of people are now going into that area, and that's good to see.
Yeah, a long time ago, I was when VR was just becoming a thing in DCS. I wanted to create my own like a button box where you would have different shaped knobs and switches and stuff that you could feel around while you're in VR, so you wouldn't actually have to look at what you're adjusting, so people could use it for DCS. And I wanted to make it into a business, and I got on the train too late because someone beat me to the punch.
Oh no.
But,
okay.
That sort of stuff is really cool, and with people doing more and more in regards to like home cockpit rules, I guess.
Yep.
It's very cool. Very cool.
And I was like, I told a story on my stream. I remember, because my father was German Air Force fighter pilot. He flew Starfighters and Tornado. And, you know, I grew up in that environment, and I was so fascinated by it. And I remember that as a little kid, when I was about 6 or 7, you know, there were no PCs and there were no flight sims available. So I remember actually making my own cockpit out of cardboard and drawing these instruments on paper and then sticking those pieces of paper onto that cardboard. And yeah, pretending to fly these aircraft. I remember that very vividly. You know, and compare that to now, what you can do at home. It's mind-boggling.
We've seen a huge leap in technology, and it's very, very, very cool. It's a great time to be a flight simmer.
Toto. Yeah, almost, Toto. GG, nice one. Checks out. Oh, I love it. Oh dear.
Should start to see some islands here shortly.
Yeah, I've just been in the outside view. Left-hand wing, I can see the coastline. Yeah, I can see the little islands coming up. Yeah, Voyager, he knows me in real life. Yeah, so. Technically, there's an island on the left. You mean the whole part of Australia?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy that the weather's cleared up.
Yeah, so I think it was reporting scattered on the METAR before. So hopefully we get a nice view coming in.
Yeah, that should be the case. Let me just put the daylight a little bit brighter again. I want to see the true beauty here. Oh, actually, it's not updated. So the next stream, according to my Discord channel, is on Wednesday. Wednesday and then Friday, I think, yeah.
Are you happy for me to start running some in-range items?
Yes, please. Oh. I just went out the outside view and bam, it's got cloudy again. Voyager, mach's gut. Bis die Tage. Schlaf gut. Street says he likes how Conti's behaving today, not cursing and telling Sticky stories well.
I am trying to behave myself. I've already embarrassed myself enough with the my flying ability. I don't want to.
No, personally, I think it went really well up to now. All good. The thing is this, so that's one thing I found, is that the pilot monitoring in the Challenger always has a lot more to do than the pilot flying. Just poking the Aussie. Hey, stick figure. Really? Okay, there we go. Right? I mean, back then, that was the only thing you could have. Right? So... Hang on. For some reason got a fail in the...
Yeah, that was my fault. I transitioned the wrong leads.
Okay, no worries.
sorry. Okay, our TGT is set 91%.
Oh, that was me. There we go. And we go flight route change again.
Approaching 12,000.
That is easier said than done. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. All right, got it. Whew. And then we'll continue to send down to 4,000, I think it was.
Checked.
All right, so we got flight to change and 4,000 feet.
39. There we go.
Perfect. So I'm going to put over on 4,000 out as a limit. Execute. And then I can try that again. So go direct. 4,000, execute, 2.15 degrees. See, I'm learning. I am learning. VNAV path.
Learning is occurring. We're through transition 1014.
Good point. So QNH set 1014, 10,500 now.
Check.
Slowing down to 50.
In range, items complete.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, 1.0 is required accuracy. And just have it again where we see the actual.
The estimated position uncertainty. I think that's what it stands for, EPU, 0.01.
Oh, that's the actual. Okay. I thought that was required.
I don't remember what the acronym is.
Is it estimated position uncertainty or something? Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Sounds about right.
Oh, it says the block on the. Context right. So the RP, the number on the letter scale. Okay. Yeah, I got one. Nice. Right, I'll put the actually the landings on. Thank you much. Fantastic. APU's on. Cool. So let's dial down the range a bit here, and then. So on the lower portion. Ah, okay, found it. Thank you. I was looking for that, but I couldn't see it. All these numbers. Yeah, there we go. So that's the required 1.0 and the actual 0.01. Roger. Cool. So we're going to go in the clouds in a minute. And total distance, 36 miles. Checks out with the altitude quite nicely.
I'll make a call on the CTAF.
Thank you much. Oh yeah, we are on VATSIM. Keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting as well. Hamilton Island graphic. Oh, stand by. My push to mute's not working.
Ah, lovely. Look at that. Those clouds and the islands below that. Oh, that's beautiful.
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 This is one of my favorite approaches.
Yeah, and actually I quite like the way Active Sky is now simulating it. That does look a bit, well, maybe a bit more than scattered, but all in all. So I'm going to start slowing down a bit more now.
Roger.
I'm glad I've downloaded the orthos. Beautiful. So it's interesting, it kind of draws in the final path to the runway on the ground flight display there. That looks nice as well.
It's like magenta highway.
Yeah. Cool. So you can see it's drawn in nicely, that approach. Just the same as on the chart there. Just going to look out for the Max 165, sorry, Max 180 at Hotel Mike 843. Cabin pressure looks good too. Looks all dandy.
Should see the runway.
Oh,
you might be in cloud there.
Yeah, yeah, just it's not much. It's like I would say 1,000 feet lower, and it should be fine. Well, you can still got good. Thank you. Checked. Got a good 20 knots crosswind from the right presently. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take flaps 20. Please.
Flaps 20. Speeds checked.
Come on, let's hope we get out for clouds. Just barely make out the island, but
reaching 4,000 here.
Yeah, so turning outbound, and then we'll go down 3,500 now.
Checked.
Out select. Yeah, the way we always claim to try to be as realistic as possible regarding the weather. So unfortunately, actually, you know, maybe we're lucky. Look at that. Yes, please, just coming out. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
At 180 knots at 8:43.
Check. Thank you much. Good points. There we go. Look. Looking nicely after me. Just in and out of clouds, unfortunately. It's even raining here now, is it? It is.
Yeah, it's the time of year for it.
But then we go out now. That's beautiful. Nice. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm going to mess everything up now. 3.5 is out of Hotel Mike 842. How long is this flight? Well, we've already been airborne for over an hour, so we're about to land in a good 10 minutes. So we can put 1,500. It's 1,500. Hang on. There we go. And yeah, 842 will just continue to descend.
2,500.
That wind.
Yeah. Yeah, just hope that it's gonna be nice ahead, a bit of headwind component there, but looks like it will be. So waiting for the path to come in. You can arm the approach now, okay? Roger. Approach is armed.
Both the R and PA are armed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Vertical glide path is now active. I'll slow down a bit more. Yeah, max 165 on the next waypoint. And now we get... Oh, yes, please. Look at that. Loving it. Okay, gear down.
Coming down.
Okay, we can already set the missed approach total, says. Okay, cool. That was 2.8. Yeah, 2.8. We'll have flaps 30, please.
Flaps 30 speed checked.
And then approach speed. Is 123. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of buffer for the wind gusts. And there's the runway. Love it. Flaps 45, please.
45. Speeds checked.
Yep. And any checklist available, I'll take.
Landing checklist. Landing gear.
Is down 3 greens.
Nose steer.
Is armed.
Passenger signs.
Are on.
Continuous ignition.
Is on.
Thrust reversers.
Armed.
Spoilers.
Retracted? Auto? What do you say here?
I think it's stowed.
Okay, stowed. There we go.
Flap.
45 degrees.
CAS.
Sorry, say again?
The CAS.
Is checked.
Landing checklist complete.
So all thrust disengaged.
1,000.
Checked.
1,000 checked. Manual flight. Right, let's do this. Yeah, runway is inside, just a little bit low, correct. Actually, no, 2 disregard.
Minimums.
Continue.
Check.
It is a bit bumpy, no doubt. Wind, a little bit from the left, 23 knots. Again, if you've never experienced the hand flying the Challenger here, it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it.
500. $100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Oh,
10.
that was a wind gust there. Woo. Bit of drama.
Touched it.
So is the reverse is opening. Yeah, well, at least the one. So manual brakes. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right.
And in reverse.
Replay. I knew that was going to be gone. Whew. So we have to backtrack, I guess.
Affirmative.
Right, did we break the landing gear? Why is it so... Is that the runway? Maybe just a bit off, just sloped in some strange way.
Alright. Need to,
Yeah, saved. You're good, don't worry. Alright. Let's do backtrack. Ah, lovely approach. Yeah, shame initially that the weather wasn't quite good enough to see all the scenery, but yeah, we're gonna come here again.
Oh, definitely.
Champagne was already completely wasted, so there was none left. Yeah, that's true, Toto. Yeah, absolutely. If you know, if you consider X-Plane actually simulating these orographics effects with the mountains being in the way of that, you know, with that wind direction, Toto is right. You would expect some wind shear or some wind gusts there, up and down drafts. So let me see where we need to go.
We've got a right turn coming up shortly. The next one's a little bit small for us, so second right.
Roger. So anytime you like, start your after landing.
Okay.
Flows, please. yeah, we'll do a replay, don't worry. Always good for the drama. Touchdown wasn't bad, but just prior that was a bit scary.
Flaps identified, retracts.
Thank you. Right. That is a bit slopey. Now this is freeware scenery, guys, so that's just the way it is. It's a bit slopey. But for that, it's quite nice. It was good until the last 5 seconds. Well, I thought it was just going too smoothly, you see. I thought, well, you know, I want a bit more drama. Right, I'm just going to stop here. Okay. And let's do chocks in. So, shutdown checklist anytime you're ready, please.
Shutdown checklist. Parking brakes are set. Yeah. You happy for me to shut the engines down?
Yeah, okay. What happens if guests while watching replay? That's a good question, Michael. I know we have to disconnect from VATSIM.
Welcome aboard the Captain
Negative.
Blackbox Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be
Okay,
served.
that's our
Thank
shutdown
you.
checklist complete.
Thank you very much.
Noise Kappa.
Okay.
Negative, thank you so much for the 69 months. Nice, yeah. Thank you for the
Hotstart
support.
flight support. Jenny speaking. How
Right.
can we help?
Pick up the passengers, please.
Of course. I'll have that over with you in
Alright.
a minute or two.
Anything I need to confirm
Anything
or
else?
checklist-wise?
Always a pleasure. Take
I think
care.
we're good.
All right. Then. Oh god, hang on. Oh, Continuum, you should not have.
Thank you for your kind
Oh, that's really
donation,
kind.
and please join us on the captain's table.
No problem.
Continuum donated 1865. Here's the cost.
Here
for
is the cost for the XP YBHM scenery.
And I was looking for
There's
it.
the payware scenery.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will definitely get it, of course. And then, yeah, it'll be an honor to fly with you again. And maybe
love
next
that.
time, yeah, you'll be pilot flying.
Oh, we can definitely try that.
Yeah, and we can showcase the payware scenery here. Beautiful. Now you got to install it. Yeah, let me just go ahead and let me see if I can get the passengers off board, and then actually, no, shall we do the replay first? I don't know what's better.
Yeah, and then we can. Yeah.
All right. So, and the question was, do you need to disconnect from for the replay or not? Probably not, right? I mean, let's try it.
No, I think we should be good.
Right, so, let's zoom back. No need to. There we go. So
Oh, it's cool. It says host and replay, and I'm getting slewed backwards to
How cool is that? Right, let's do tower view first. Hang on, 5. There we go. Oh, yeah. So let's look at this beautiful landing. Yeah, all good over the numbers. And then suddenly, ooh. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. Reverse open. So let's look from the view here. That would be interesting now. I'm gonna have to do a passenger view as well. All right, here we come. All good. And then suddenly, yikes! Correcting. I think we recovered quite nicely.
There's we stopped in time, didn't overrun. I think it was fine.
A bit heavy on. Yeah, hang on. Let me just check nose touchdown. Maybe we just touched down. Yeah, the nose gear. I could have lowered the nose gear a little bit softly. Then that would have been a bit better. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So last thing to do is have a look at the passenger view. Continuum. Are you streaming tonight or tomorrow?
Maybe a bit later today. I'm
Okay.
going to make some food now. I didn't eat breakfast yet.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm gonna have something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then maybe have a nap. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Make sure again check out Continuum's channel on Twitch. Really do so. Very, very worthwhile. And I will see. Well, probably for me it's going to be a bit late, but I hope to catch one of your streams very soon. And then just one more landing for the passenger view. Whoop, whoop. Well, I mean, you know, they would have said, well, that was interesting, but I think the touchdown was nice. And look at that. ProPilot aileron input into the wind. Yeah.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Great job.
Oh, we got down safely.
Sure
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, beautiful. But I mean, for the whole approach, the way the aircraft handled the RMP approach there, absolutely beautiful. Right on the money, vertically, laterally. And then, yeah, all you need to do is take out the autopilot on final. And that made it very easy for us. Very nice. Good. All right, so let's see. Is our car here already?
I go open the door.
Oh god, does it?
Our ride is here. Thank you, Captain. Always such a pleasure flying with you. Have a nice rest of your day.
Oh god, that landing. Jesus. Whoa, that's a challenge as well, right? Whoa. Well, that was good recovery, good go around. Blimey. Jeez. Did you see that video? Continuum.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Whoa. I wonder how hard he yanked the stick back, or the yoke back on that. Whoa.
I would definitely suggest you got a little bit of a workout.
Yeah.
Nose door.
So I can see Continuum is already continuing outside as well. So there we go. Look at that. I just love the fact they can go in the outside view. See how the covers go on. Brilliant. Amazing stuff.
That was a great flight, Captain. Look at how the covers are blowing in the wind. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly same. Yeah. The detail. Yeah, and Toto already also made those other panels available. So let me see. No, actually, there.
Sorry, I probably just got in your way while you were trying to do that.
All good. Now, so the level of detail, absolutely amazing. Yeah, oxygen refill. Oh yeah, weather radar, landing lights.
I think I've just radiated myself.
Well, the weather radar is hopefully off. I mean, but there we go. That's incredible. Amazing detail. Nice.
Good.
I think that's what Toto was talking about. Little radiators here. So the fans, you can hear them. Smuggling compartments. Lol. Lovely. Yeah, lovely aircraft. Again, if you haven't tried shared flight, or you don't even know about the Challenger 650, and you want a good add-on, definitely the plane to get. So again, big hats off to Toto. And I mean, you can't get further apart than what we did today. Australia and Europe. So, and that was how. Oh yeah, I was meant to ask you. Continue. How was the performance and on final for you with the FPS and?
Oh, it was fine.
Okay.
It was. I didn't really notice all that much.
Cool. That's
it
amazing.
was very, very smooth.
Amazing stuff. Well, all right. And I think you're being way too self-critical with yourself. I think you did really, really well. So with the paper checklist, so we're gonna go. One thing we need to check why the checklist doesn't work. Electronic checklist.
I wonder if we made a new airframe with the new beta, it would change anything. I'm not sure. I don't know if that would affect it at all.
Yeah, I need to check first of all if I do it offline or not in shared flight, if my electronic checklist works. Maybe something's messed up on my side. I don't know. Hey, Peter Mooney, thanks so much for the kind words. Thanks for watching. That's really kind. Thank you. Alrighty, shall we switch off the aircraft?
Absolutely. Let me done now. Chocks are in.
Yep, chocks are in. I'm gonna leave the landing gear doors open. So that's all closed as well now. Fantastic. Cool. Alrighty, I think we're good to go. It's a bit early for you for a cup of, for a beer, unfortunately.
Well, never say never.
It's Monday morning. Nice time to have a beer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yeah, thanks for flying along, Con7inuum. That was really, really cool. And again, I can only say you did really well. So
thank you. I got very out of practice, but thank you for your patience.
Well, I mean, I had the easier job, just flying the plane today. So
thanks for having me along.
Yeah, anytime. And next time I'll be pilot monitoring, and you can be pilot flying, and I'll do all the work.
I'll fly the 20 knots across wind or whatever it is.
I'm not sure how much it was in the end, but yeah, it was noticeable. Well, nice, but the aircraft handles
I
so
think that was
beautifully.
Great landing.
Yeah.
Great, great approach, great landing, great flight.
Yeah. Oh. Nope. Hang on, what do I need to click here? Get the door closed. There we go. Now
in this one, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
got
there
it.
you go.
Nice, beautiful. All right, let's head off to the. Wife's seeing it and just came in and sees. So that's Con7inuum. Yeah, and he's in Australia. So we just did a nice flight together in Australia. Yes. Incredible. Unbelievable.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Street, thank you so much for the 6 months as well. And big shout out again to Con7inuum also for the big donation there. And I will buy straight away the scenery here. Is it on xplane.org or where can I buy the scenery?
I sent you a link.
Perfect, thank you very much. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully it won't take that long until we do the next shared flight. Like I said, I am continuously looking for people to fly along with because I do think this is just so much more fun than just flying on my own all the time.
Definitely, I'll have to get some more practice in and hopefully get a little bit more proficient before the next time we fly, but I look forward to it.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, then have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you get some rest as well, because you got up very early for the flight. So.
No, my pleasure. It was definitely worth it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, big shout out, big round of applause again for everyone. And we'll see you again if you like on Wednesday. We've got another shared flight coming up Wednesday with Aviator. That will be from Cologne to Nice, I think. We're planning to fly. So very much looking forward to that as well. And then I'll see you all very, very soon. And let me get the outro with the proper overlay with the big credits for today as well. Thank you so much, everyone. And see you soon. Good night.